Welcome back again. It's been a privilege enjoying the session. Here is another very important topic that most farmers overlook, and that is marketing. Now, no matter how much you have invested in fish, if you don't have a strategy of marketing the fishes, you might end up running at a loss as a farmer. Now, basically, in agriculture, the best way to make maximum profit is getting the food to the final consumer. And for a fish farmer to get the food, the fishes, okay, to the final consumer, they must process it to the last. But in some cases, the way our system is structured here, some people order fresh fish, okay? So if you can also get it directly to those who want to eat the fresh fish, then you can end up getting the maximum gain. Now, the major problem with fish farming is marketing. That's the major problem. Now, most people have been able to find a way around solving the feed problem, solving the pond problem, solving the stocking. Even some people get quality fish, so those problems have been solved. But the major problem that still persists is the problem of marketing. And if marketing is not properly done with the proper strategy, the fish farmer might end up crying home at the end of the whole process. Now, how do we market our fishes? Now, basically, in Nigeria, as far as Nigeria is concerned, there are two major classes of buyers. Now, we have some that buy to consume fresh, okay? Basically, pepper soup spot where they make pepper soup, those are the people that majorly buy fresh. While the other set of people are those that buy the smoked fish. Now, those that buy the smoked catfish are actually more in number than those that consume the fresh catfish. Now, to get the deal done, there are some people who call the middlemen. Okay, for catfish farming, the middleman takes bulk of the gain if you cannot get the fishes directly to the final consumer. Who do I call the middleman? There are some people that will come to your pond when the fish is ready for harvest, for cropping. They come and they say, your fish are ready for cropping, so let's buy. So they bring their bosses and then they buy it. Now, by the time they buy it, they take it to the market and then sell. Those are the middlemen. The middlemen, they have not done anything but just to buy. The farmer had been the one feeding, he had been the one checking the water level, checking this, checking that. So now, usually these people, because they are profit oriented, they want to make profit. So they buy at a ridiculous price that doesn't even pay the farmer. So the farmer might end up not even making anything. Because one thing about fish farming is that as good as it is, as lucrative as it is, one can end up not making any profit. So one has to be very sure of the market strategy. Now, to ensure that is done, you have to be able to eliminate the middlemen, such that you don't sell your fishes directly to the middleman. You find a way of getting it directly to the final consumer. Now, how can this be done? Now, during my own experience, when I first started, I connected directly with the middleman, and then, of course, all I was able to get back was my capital. All I was able to get that was just my capital, as in the money I invested in feeding, in buying the fishes. That's all I was able to get. But I couldn't even get money for my stress, like going to feed them, the money for the person feeding them, it wasn't out. But the capital was back. So, but then after that, I had to think of a better way of getting to market such that there will be profit at the second and the third and subsequent farming. So that was when I discovered that it's very important that the fish gets directly to the people that are consuming it, not to the middleman. The middleman will make bulk of the profit, which they've actually not done anything. Now, in some states, a kg of smoked fish can go as high as 800 naira per kg. Some states 900 naira, some 1,000 naira, depending on the sizes of the fish. But usually 1 kg of fish goes for 900, 950 in most states. That's how these people will buy it. That's the middleman. But when they sell it outside, they can sell it as high as 1,200, 1,500 per kg, depending on how big your fishes are. So you see that they end up making more than even the farmer. So to prevent such, number one is finding spots where we call the pepper soup spots. Okay, but one problem with the pepper soup spot is that you have to be certain that you have constant supply of fish before you can approach them. is not a one-time farmer that will just farm this month and then next month there's no supply. So such people, they want a regular supply of fish every day. So for someone who is trying to approach such, you should know that, okay, I'm going to be harvesting fishes almost every day, so that I will be supplying them every day. But if you just have just a single pond and then you harvest once in 3 months or once in 4 months, there's no way you can approach such people, because they will not want to disappoint people that have been supplying them on daily basis, so they might not even reckon with you. So, but if you have several ponds, maybe about 4 or 5 ponds, and then from those ponds you can crop fishes almost on daily basis or every other day, then you can approach them and say, okay, I have fishes available for you for your pepper soup, and then you are able to get the direct access to the final consumer, and then you make your money coolly. So that's the first approach to those that eat fresh. But if it's just one pond that you have, then forget about approaching pepper soup spot or joints. They will not accept the proposal, because you only sell for them once, and that is the, and in fact they cannot even buy all the 500 fishes, for instance. They can't, the joint cannot sell as much as 500 fishes in a day if you are starting with 500. So that's number one. Number two is the smoking of the fishes. That one seems to be more lucrative, but the problem is now how to get it to the final consumer too. Now when the fishes are taken, then they can be smoked. Okay, now basically there are two set of smoking styles. Some people use firewood, while some people use oven. So it's better that you use oven, because the oven will help to dry up the water from the fishes completely, and then the fishes can stay longer in their smoked form. Now once that is smoked, it is packaged, but now you now have to find a way of disposing the fishes. How? Several people have tried to go to schools, secondary schools, primary schools. Some go to organizations, banks, hospitals. Some go to even secretariats, state government secretariats, and then they create a market environment whereby people can come and buy the smoked fish. Now if the fishes are properly smoked and they are in good condition, so that they can last for 2, 3, 4 weeks after being smoked, the water has been dried completely, and you can be sure that you have more people buying the fishes. You have more people having access to it, so you can target such places. And in some cases you can target markets too. If there are people that are selling at markets, you go to them, you give them, and then they tell you what time to pay back, and with that you can have your fish marketed. So the best way to actually, if you are once in a while farmer, like you just you farm the fishes in 3 months, in 4 months you harvest, then after that you stock again for the next 4 months. So I will advise that you go for smoking of the fishes. So when you smoke it, you can just distribute it to these strategic places, and then expect your money to come in gradually. But if that is not solved, the fish farmer might end up making serious loss, because the problem of marketing is what usually sends most farmer out of the market, out of the business. So it's better you strategize on how to have your fishes taken to the the final consumer, process it until the last, and then you get the maximum gain. Thank you for listening.